What's up guys, this is the first video review from BTG Lifestyle. Today we've got a spoiler-free review of Mindhunter, the new Netflix series from Joe Pennell and David Fincher. Set in the 1970s, it follows two FBI agents who expand criminal science by delving into the psychology of murder as they travel around teaching FBI techniques to police officers while interviewing infamous murderers.
Ed, why did you do what you did?
Why does anyone?
The series is based on true events documented in the book of the same title. The authors basically defined the concept of serial killers, so this story takes place in a world where law enforcement and society couldn't even fathom the idea of them.
But when you fuck somebody in the neck, it's entirely the opposite. It's nothing but resistance. It's really difficult. Look, mommy.
If you love David Fincher films, you're gonna dig this. It's got the grime, it's got the crime, and it's got that sweet slime green color grade we all know and love. Fincher is a meticulous director, so every shot is well crafted. There's some fun with montage, and the inexplicable insidious tension keeps running in the background as emotional stakes are constantly raised. The score by relatively unknown composer Jason Hill provides intense moments, but the diegetic groove of the 1970s cuts through this at times. The story is captivating from the very beginning, but most of this is down to character work. Holden is a young FBI agent interested in the psychology and behavior of criminals. He has an odd way with murderers, more curious than anything, almost never judgmental.
I got a lot of my insights right there.
Really? What kind of insights?
He's the one spearheading the interviews, and this only works because of his odd fascination with how they think. His partner, Bull Tench, is a seasoned FBI agent who has been on the road for a while and seems a bit more jaded and skeptical.
Just hey, do me a favor, don't ever fucking mention this to me ever again.
Well, I'm going to.
Because it's the insanest idea that I've ever heard.
Well, I'm going to.
He provides the grounded approach to cases and bridges the gap between regular people and the overzealous Holden.
What's the matter with you? An old lady was just murdered.
Wendy Carr later completes the team, providing a more scholarly take on their discoveries and data. She's got a stern moral compass, and I appreciate that even though she enters later, she's got a lot of character work too. The success of the series is dependent on characters, as we spend a lot of time with these people. We see them evolve and the emotional and psychological impact that the field of work has on them and their relationships over time. Mindhunter ramps up some of the emotional consequences towards the end that you don't see coming because it feels like viewing a lived experience, as opposed to a story with 3 acts and a perfect arc. Mindhunter doesn't have a traditional narrative. Yes, the characters evolve and the story moves forward with a broader arc and some smaller cases as they navigate their way across the country, but overall focuses on character development more than anything else. You get the feeling of an emotional relationship between Holden and Tench that has camaraderie, tension, affection, and frustration as they have to spend a lot of time together, driving, in interviews with murderers, or in cheap motel rooms. When Wendy enters the fold, this throws another spanner in the works as she brings her own style of work and ideas to the table, which the team has to adjust to, and don't get me started on Holden's weird fascination with her. Overall, it's captivating just watching these characters bounce off one another and explore ideas in behavioral science as they work cases, try to spot patterns in behavior of convicted murderers to build an understanding of why they do what they do, and simply how they cope with the stress of work and life while being exposed to these mentally and emotionally taxing situations.
You want to know what I do? You want to see what I work on every night? Come on. A woman who was stabbed, raped, breast cut off. Turns out it was her boyfriend, his brother, and their sister. A little family affair.
Mindhunter is a well-crafted, brilliant character study with a great score, brilliant acting, and it portrays an interesting part of history in a captivating way. This show will keep you glued to the screen from the first episode. You may even be tempted to skip the intros every single time just to get back to the story. Mindhunter gets a solid 8.5 out of 10.